Okay? So this should be easy. We'll incorporate some of those as we move along. I want you to always be thinking about, can I knee someone here? That's going to bring up questions like, the difference between kneeing somebody and kneeing someone in the right place is obviously really important for the job. It also is really important for things that can happen to us. We got to use our hands. So the same rules apply to us that we would tell other people whenever we're striking. If you close fist somebody, potential to break your hand. Now I can't use fine motor skills. So we're going to work everything that is striking related with this into 3 parts. We're going to work our head, okay, shoulders, knees, not our toes though. We're going to work head and shoulders for most of the stuff we're doing. I like having the elbows as an extension of the shoulder because I have to use them the way they're connected, and then using our knees. Center bar, please. That's to frame every technique we do. So I would like when I walk around after I show the clinch stuff that's more wrestling based, I would like you guys to be trying to think, where can I use my head, my shoulders, or my knees in these positions? And that'll bring up questions that we can bring back everybody into the middle. So first thing to start off with just something that's really basic for us because people copy what they see on TV all the time. When I was growing up, we're talking about Rob's child of the 80s. When I was growing up, people would imitate street fights, they would imitate like Jean-Claude Van Damme moves. And it didn't work out very well. Okay, now people are actually doing things they see on the TV. If you're over 30 years old, the UFC's been around forever. So people do have a tendency to really want to go and grab a hold of this. If I'm the cop, why is this bad? Let's say it with a little bit of confidence. What is wrong with this?
Tools.
He can grab all my tools, okay? He can get inside position if he's just a little bit savvy with this. That's why I do not like teaching a full tie clinch for self-defense. It's great, but if we're talking self-defense in a weapon-based environment, then it's not great. So I do then prefer to work in from spots like Rob was showing here earlier. But let's flip this. People copy. So someone's going to grab my head. So in dealing with this cell will get warm today. He's just talking about what he's doing to compromise me right here. He's not just pulling down on my head. Anybody can get heavy pulling down on the head. But he's also anchoring himself into my collarbones here, into my chest. So this is what's giving him all this strength. I can try to win an inside position, maybe bat these out of the way. I just like to use my hips to get a little bit more under. I'm trying to fight belt buckle to belt buckle with him. And I'm going to try to get his head moved out of the way. So I'm working here. So we're going to start off with our partner. So we're going to get a double collar tie, a tie clinch, a plum, and I'm going to work on driving my hips under and then forcing my arm over. I see a lot of people do this. This will get your back taken. Okay? I want to go over. And just like we do with head displacement in every other situation, I don't want him to look at me. I want him to look away from me. And I want y'all to start feeling the 2 types of grips that we're going to deal with the most. Is 1, I push and walk forward, and I get him to go to a single. But kind of keep in your mind where that's happening. Is it happening on just one side? Is it happening on both? The other reaction is dudes are really strong, and I go to press back, and there's no break here. I can't get his head out of the way. I can't get him to let go. I've still got my belt buckle forward, engaging my hips, trying to get my head up. If I can see his knees, they can see me. So everybody good on how we're starting? So to get warm, let's warm our necks up. We're kind of walking him and see what we're left with. You guys should try both sides. Obviously, out of necessity, we need both. And see what it feels like when you get in these spots where you just maybe can't break away to a single arm, or you can't really get that person's head moving off to one side or the other. So is that a good practice, the side that we go to start throwing? It could be better here. That arm's engaged. When I say engaged, probably better to say that it's stuck. Okay? Way better for us in that position to control that arm that he wants to control my head. So he's giving me something to work with. I promise I like you. But, so this is good for not having a flailing arm. I don't want to deal with the flailing arm. I'll just find a bicep. Good to go there. It can work. But if this is a problem, if it makes you feel hesitant, because in the gym people are grabbing your leg, You got this other side, same thing. Even with my butt cheek. You can do a lot. Cool. So now find your sides that you're able to get single arm. Let's worry about this flailing arm. See how we can incorporate a strike there. Good. Oh, sorry. Bang, 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 right? Yeah. There you go. You guys need to practice laying something into somebody at enough power that you're not going to hurt them, but enough where they feel it and you understand what it means to hit a target and then penetrate past. Because all you guys are going to end up in a bad situation because you hit somebody 30 times when it would have taken 3 good ones, right? That's one of the things that's missing with striking. Is we get people in these little like, get back, and we're doing all the strikes. If I hit you, you're going to know you just got hit, and you're going to start rethinking your choices. That is the goal. So when you guys are doing this, again, at your own discretion, with the pace of your partner, like they consent, like practice trying to lay those in a little bit. Like it should be uncomfortable. So let's practice those. Good on this. You have to get the chin. You have to push the chin away, not the neck. So let's add our piece. And here, I go to clear. And now everything sucks in to head position. Fight IQ wise, if he's trying to fight me, he should be turning his hips to me, yes? So there's my little trip. Throw his hands to the front. Put him in a 4-point. He's got the clinch. Going to break. Maybe I'm fighting down. Yep, there we go. He turns to face. Let's get rid of it. This little spot with the clinch, like everyone looks at this part as the clinch, but this is clinching. Do you guys like clinching with head control? If I'm right-handed, is there a problem with this? But what if just based on circumstances I can't do anything but this? There's no wrong answers, guys. I just want y'all to think about like what I do with right hand doing a collar tie, left hand working an inside tie needs to be transferable to both sides. If I can't transition between techniques, there's a hole, there's a gap there, there's something wrong with it. So work both of our sides. Do a little engagement, please. Work both of our sides, and let's work on trying to go and like to use this one to get up underneath. Going from the collar tie side. A lot of people like keeping the collar tie and going here. My goal is to clinch with him so I can do stuff to him. So closing distance just accomplishes it for me. So once we're here now, this is a good spot for me. I really like trying to find a way to get behind people. I think we all do. So when we're here, let's look at some couple of things first that give us that option. He's giving me a lot of pressure. There's my shoulder. There's my head. Giving space, and I'm literally pulling his shoulders back in and driving my hips forward. Shoulder, knees. I like doing them when I'm anchored at the head. Because if I pull away, that gives him opportunities to kind of just move around, make it more difficult. I'm zapping my own health bar if I'm not landing. But here I'm just anchored to him. This arm can help clear the space to the body shot. Legs are there. Some people are standing trying to go like this. When maybe you're getting some good power, skip step. Everybody good here? So work from, now we're doing a collar tie, an inside tie. I want to be up high. No shallow underhooks. Orlando Sanchez, Sean Strickland, right? Getting mirror locked. That's how John, honestly, I think Glover Teixeira would have beat John Jones. Okay? But the whole 3 weeks before the fight, Mo was telling Glover, hey, you keep getting that underhook you like to do dirty boxing, and then crank your arm. Guess what? Got his arm broken in the fight doing that. We can't do this like shallow underhook BS. Get in there. This is a good spot. This opens up opportunities for him as well. This is good for just me. I like it. We're going to go in, touch the hip, walk in front of him. This will come into play in a minute. To be able to get behind. You guys can use for any application, and then one that if I get like dash cam or body cam footage of you doing this, I'm gonna be like, what an idiot! You're the coolest person ever. So, stepping across. We've got that high control here. So easy thing that happens is he is able to start pushing my hands down. So that should be lowering my level too. And he's giving me a path. This is like easy MMA takedown. I've just worked myself corkscrewed with my forearm blocking into that knee pit. And then I make my gable grip, shucking down the mat. So it's off of the hand fight that you guys know is coming. If they're not fighting the hands, it's a mat return. Or it's walk them forward and put their butt on the floor. If they're fighting the hands, you guys have to make a decision. Am I winning this one? Or do I need to let go and move to something else? You only know that if you train. You know what it feels like to be here. You're like, he's not going to break this. I'm good. I got time. Or no, like, oh shit. Just work around. Just a head outside. I'm essentially trying to mother's milk his thigh. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So we can eliminate this thing where you guys are bent over and you're holding onto a leg like this. You will not finish this takedown. This guy will probably bounce around and be on your back. I'm trying to do mother's milk to his thigh. Driving my shoulder down, and another dated reference, I'm moving like a record. Or as one of my students goes, oh, you mean like vinyl? I meant like a CD, but whatever. So, keep moving in a circle. Shut me down. Just keep moving. I'm pulling the whole thigh into my chest. Just moving my shoulders down. So here, stepping across, fighting the hands. What's kind of messing you guys up is you're looking at it as like, oh, I got to go to my single leg side, like whatever that is. Wherever your head is, looking, that's your single leg side. So if you don't like that side, turn your head. Does this make sense? You guys are trying to look away and then attack that leg. Same combative principles that we do with every technique. They just are applied across the board. So don't get yourself in a hurry to do a takedown run. Fun option. You start fighting those hands, I know I'm losing that. Please watch your space. Please watch your space. And really, you guys can do this slow. I just chose not to. And so you guys like inside, outside a lot for my outside arm, not the one that's across his belly. My outside arm is going to be scooping. Yeah, this would be a great angle to take a picture, by the way. All these guys. Yeah, fuck you, Ari. Go ahead. Yeah, why? No, it's to you, so I'm good. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, smile.
So, scooping. This hand can help secure his hips to me too. And I'm just going to my back and rolling.
Always these Texans were a little different.
Yeehaw, motherfucker. Cool? Please watch your space. 1, 2. You're really working on when I've got this. When I do that snap down, a lot of y'all are having your partner's arms be way up here. Well, now the snap down is not real effective. Now I'm pulling him over my head. And we see how this starts to play out if we continue this. Okay? So when I do this snap down, I'm moving away and pulling him to me. It's a better way to say it. Some of you guys are really weight room strong. Okay? So I think when you try to snap down, you're thinking pulling this guy really hard. I'm trying to just get his head down to the floor. So it's more of a loose reaction to his push and pull pressure. So spend a lot of time getting used to getting that person to get their hips away. The snap down becomes pretty easy. Just with the shoulder. He gets those hips away. We got the head, makes it even easier. You can graduate from there on what you need to help get him down, but the reason this is hard for some of you is that y'all are being awesome partners for each other, but you're doing it the wrong way. He's trying to face me, which is what a reasonable person that's trying to win a fight with me would do. Some of you guys are going like this. So it's like, man, that snap down doesn't seem to work because I'm pulling him where I've got a base. I want him to go where there's a void. And he feels it. Does that make sense? So just little things you guys can do to help maximize your snap down, make it easier. From here, another pretty normal reaction that we can do is it's like a wrestling move. Attack, he leaves, I pull him down. I don't have this other hand available maybe. So my head doesn't guide myself back in. You can only do it if you have an Easter Island head for a tool. No, you can do it. That's the issue. Pulling and stuffing yourself. When I say with the snap down, I'm just trying to get him to go down so I can move through. So don't step backwards and give yourself a stumbling block. Drag down. Give yourself something to redirect. Does that make sense? Using my head to steer the arm away. And drive through. So a lot of different looks that all accomplish the same stuff. It's like what Henry said, it's not the way, it's a way. Every single thing you guys do, in my opinion, should be checked with can you strike. Okay, so everything you guys are doing with jiu-jitsu, let's start incorporating some games. Let's start playing around a little bit. Just like we do with kids with leg locks. Well, I say kids, like even white belts, like a 50-year-old dude. Like you put socks on their feet, so let's start taking those socks off. That's how we can teach people to get used to grabbing legs, people defending things. Same thing with strikes. Let's not just open a can on our partners, but let's start incorporating that a little bit. You guys can work open hand stuff really easy, and it will show the people that don't train anything more of what they already need to know. Like I'm completely helpless. I thought it would be okay if I could punch. Now I wish I could bite and all the other excuses they give. And then the more experienced people have a lot of good jiu-jitsu, you might show them that really awesome technical high-level sports stuff you're doing doesn't count if I'm punching you in the mouth, if I'm beating your body up, if I'm hitting your legs, if I'm digging my chin into your rib cage and dropping little elbows. Like all those little things are great tools that we just don't use in jiu-jitsu because it's the gentle art. Bullshit. You're trying to break each other's arms. So let's go ahead and step outside the box and do something that's very constructive for what we do offensively and defensively. I think it is a real lacking thing for defensive tactics programs that don't throw strikes. I also think the ones that only throw strikes are missing the boat, obviously. So you guys, who was saying, like, get us all on the same page, I think everybody in here has got some type of DT program that talks about doing strikes. But I think it's just on us to do a little bit more in class, a little bit more on that extra, so that you're really comfortable with it. Being comfortable hitting somebody, and also being comfortable having someone hit you. Not saying it's okay, but being comfortable with it is a huge benefit. Like, I don't mind. I can't get any uglier. And my CTE ain't getting any worse. Okay? So feel free. It's helping me the way I look at it, and it's helping my guys. So does anybody have anything? Questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? I would really like you guys to do me a big favor and give like a big round of applause for all these other coaches that are here, giving their time, all these people that are defensive tactics instructors, doing their time out here, not just making this thing. So let's give them a big... this kind of stuff is really important because it gives not just access to knowledge, it gives access to relationships. I can tell you guys, I wish the fact that he's not here right now is going to make it where I don't cry about this probably, but the relationships that I have made here made it where I was at the lowest point of my life, and I had Jason to have my back. And I had Chad on the phone with me 15 minutes later. That stuff doesn't happen, though, if we spend all of our time talking shit and talking down to each other. And then we're just going to turn this into the same problems we have at PDs and the same problems we have at gyms. We are above that. If you guys are out here doing your time, doing this on your own dime, even if your department's paying for it, you're still putting your body through this. You've already done the hard stuff. You are the chosen ones. Awesome. Cool. Let's start acting like it. Carry everybody up. Carry everybody with you. Help people through stuff. Don't make it where we now have a really cool, inclusive group that then points fingers and keeps people out. Some of these relationships, I promise you, will save your life someday. I can speak through real experience with that. So these guys mean a lot to me. So you guys keep doing the best that you can to show them respect by not just perpetuating this and getting it bigger and bigger, but being sure that you get each other's backs. And when someone's acting out of line that doesn't support your family, your brotherhood, you check them on it. Let them know. Cool? Guys, I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks.